Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, a while ago, one of my friends and longtime channel supporters, Ankit, took his Kingpin to rank 4, and he kindly did send me over some footage. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been very timely when it comes to uploading this video, but that is quite alright, because we're finally doing it now. On top of that, I should have rank 4 Kitty Pride video as well coming. Now, Kingpin, I must admit, the more I use him, the more I like him, and I value him extremely highly. He was an absolute MVP for 7.3. He was one of the MVPs for 7.2 as well. And I genuinely believe that he's amazing in pretty much every single game mode. Now, I can only imagine having a rank 4-1 feels absolutely amazing. And we can see here that he doesn't even respect Winter Soldier at all. And he just takes hits on the face and spams his heavies, and they're doing 36k crit or 14k non-crit. And that Winter Soldier is just destroyed. You don't need to respect anything that Winter Soldier does. You can just carry on, get hit, because you're going to heal back up anyways. And then you can just spam your belly bumps. There's casual 20k non-crit heavy belly bumps with a little Kingpin. Now, this is a fight in Alliance Quest now, so he did use Kingpin in Alliance Quest as well. Definitely very decent option. I myself use Kingpin in Alliance Quests as well. And now this first fight up against Ghost. Let's see how easy or hard it is going to be. So he did land that intercept for Foresight 200% Fury. Of course he did. And well, with that, decent degen, nice heavy, and the Ghost is down. So, for a champion that is as sustainable as Kingpin is, it is definitely also often a pleasure to watch his damage output. Because realistically, in like an average scenario, his damage output isn't that insane. But it's the combination of everything about him. Ability to reduce opponent's attack, reduce their ability accuracy, access damage over time effect, access to unstoppable on demand, increase in attack, access to furies, persistent healing, ability to shrug off debuffs. Kingpin is a perfect example of a champion where relatively minor changes made a major difference. As it stands right now, I personally believe that Kingpin is very confidently in top 5 skill champions. 100%, in my opinion. And he's, truth to be told, probably somewhere towards the top of the most used champions, or most, well, best champions in the game, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I personally believe that, first rank ups in the game are best served for like prestige or alliance or defense reasons, because the attack increase has not been, attack and health increase has not been as high as it has been in the past from taking a champion from rank 3 to rank 4. However, you always want to have your favorite champions at the highest rank. You obviously do. And I can very well understand why somebody would want to rank up Kingpin. I do too. I want to rank up Kingpin, I want to rank up Mallman, Nick Fury, a whole bunch of other amazing champions. So now we are going to be in Act 7. This is Energy Adoption Ice, so I believe this is 7.2. However, here we're going to notice that the damage is in fact going to be bugged. Unfortunately, Kingpin has been bugged since his buff, because he should be hitting significantly harder. Even though he did have the 22k medium hit there, and 42k and 50k heavy attack, and what else not. At points he should be hitting even harder. His attack does not scale properly with multiple overpower buffs. I don't know exactly why it is. But even with that, we can see that an Act 7 fight over in 24 hits, plus obviously a full health bar. Very straightforward and easy. Now, I did enjoy using Kingpin for a ton of cheese lanes as well, where quite recently Kabam has gotten into a habit of putting up nodes that inflict quite a lot of debuffs quite frequently on you. And Kingpin in general is one of the best champions that can capitalize on that by being able to build more rage, more overpower, more of everything. 60k heavy attack there. 60k heavy attack. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. Now we have casual 20Ks, they're 15, and we can see that at this point, the damage doesn't seem quite right. The damage doesn't seem quite right. Should be hitting significantly harder than that. But even with that, 33 hits, plus disadvantage, happy days. He's going to move on to Carnage here. Let's see how this fight goes. So once again, huge thanks to Ankit for sending over this footage. And I know a lot of you definitely want to see a rank 4 Kingpin in action, so here we are. Now, again, against Carnage. And these energy adoption lanes are kind of like a perfect opportunity for Kingpin cheesing. And at a rank 4 level, whilst opponents are under effect of power lock, obviously, all the opportunities to go absolutely ham, balls to the wall. But we can see that damage is bugged from here for whichever reasons. It's like 2k medium, which shouldn't be. At this point, you should be hitting like 100k heavy attacks instead of 30k heavy attacks with 5 overpower buffs. But still, I think it's safe to say the damage, even bugged, is more than adequate. Even bugged, it's putting in plenty of work. Just need another crit, I would say. There we go. Let's see what is going to be the next fight. This is She-Hulk. Let's check out what lanes. Paradox block, debuff duration increased. Okay, this could be interesting with multitudes of degeneration. So, rank 4 Kingpin against She-Hulk in 7.3. Wonderful. He hits a couple of hits, not a big deal. He's at 80%. He's probably going to regen back up quite soon without much issue. There's 5 paradox charges there. And an overpower buff. 6 paradox charges. 7. You can see that those debuffs last quite significant amount of time. 7 paradox charges. You can get in multiple combos. He's going for another degen. Wonderful. Okay, so here we go. 3 degens. And now he can be super aggressive once again. At this point, he only has 5 paradox charges, though. But we can see that She-Hulk in Act 7 was hitting for like 100 damage. Because 200, 100 damage. Yeah, She-Hulk's attack there at that point is pretty much non-existent. He was taking those hits on purpose just to show with like that amount of degens, you know. She-Hulk is pretty much unable to damage Kingpin. That was quite funny. That was quite funny. I did like that quite a bit. Now we have Punisher 2099 on a safeguard node. So this should be in 736. I believe this is one of those 2 annoying lanes where you need to use a specific set of champions. Let's see how he does here. So whenever you intercept, you drop a paradox charge, and whenever you have a 5-hit combo, you gain a paradox charge. So the idea of this entire thing is that you need to intercept quite a lot. And it also has safeguard, but that safeguard seems to be limiting at, you know, 3,800, so you can still do fairly decent amount of damage thanks to the big health pulls that we have in here. And obviously Kingpin, you know, will always do a fairly solid job because he does have access to that damage over time debuff in level 1 degen. The degen is fairly potent here, ticking for 2,300, doing solid amount of damage. He goes for another one and go into heavy attack. Why not? So he has 7 paradox charges. I believe ideally he wants to finish at 8 paradox charges, because that's the perfect amount for Kang fight, which is something that we might end up seeing. So you're gonna fight Spider-Gwen as well? I think so. Okay, so moving on to Spider-Gwen. Another fight with 7 paradox charges here at this point. Degen putting in nice 2,300. The degen damage has been increased thanks to the paradox node here. And Kingpin has actually another ability that many people kind of forget. Every time you miss, I think, or if opponent evades, you gain a rage charge. I believe. I might be wrong with that. That might be Kingpin's ability. No, sorry, King Groot's. I think it still works with Kingpin as well, though. Yes, it does work with King Groot. But here we can see that very solid degen damage is absolutely melting that Gwen. And I will leave a link in the video description to Ankit's channel. He will have more rank 4 Kingpin videos posted. I think he just uploaded like 1 hour long video or 50-minute long video of like Kingpin and Alliance War specifically. But yeah, now up against Mysterio. So we're gonna quickly fast forward here a bit. Against Mysterio, against Void, typically you would say that Kingpin is actually a very bad matchup, because he is. Realistically, going up against Void is not the best thing for Kingpin. And that is because you innately put debuffs on yourself, and you pretty much all the time will have a debuff, so you will take Void's degeneration like pretty much all the time. However, if your Kingpin is strong enough, you can make do, especially if you kind of play cleverly and stick to having an overpower buff, no rage charges, and then purposely do not gain any more rage charges until you can get another overpower buff. But, well, he's definitely winning the health pool battle here. So here we go. Very solid 2100 degen, and that Void is melting away significantly faster than Kingpin is. And Void is melting away significantly faster than Kingpin is. And now the final one, we're going to have Kang boss fight. Ankit being amazing player that he is also recorded as a Kang boss solo. I believe it's a solo, but we'll see. So the first phase, the entire Kang fight is very similar and very simple. You basically just need to throw special attacks, whatever, you know, level that Kang demands of you. Like currently, because we can see a timer there for special 2, so you want to be throwing special 2 or be at 2 bars of power when it expires. And it's kind of similar all the way through. There are few abilities that alter, and you mainly work around Kang's level 1. Every time you dex a beam from that level 1, you gain some power. Every time you take level 1 on the block, you lose some power. I'm sure by now most of you are kind of familiar with it. So the entire key aspect there is to kind of like work around Kang's special 1, dex it or block it on demand, and alter your power bar throughout. It's actually a very interesting concept. I do like it. I did enjoy Kang fight myself as well. So here we can see that here we are. He needs to be below a bar of power when this expires, and now he needs to throw a level 1, and I believe that he might be going into the wounded state. Not really, not yet. Very solid level 2 dex. Here he gets to level 2 himself, uses his, and Kang goes in the wounded state. Perfect. You can also see that Kingpin is obviously constantly healing in the background there, because why not? Because why not? And he manages to get him down to 50%. He didn't even have to drop that level 3. So now we are in third, and arguably the trickiest phase for Kang, where if you finish a combo with the same finishing blow twice in a row, you lose power, plus you lose power just over time persistently as well. So this is harder to get to like level 2 and level 3 than it was before. But I'm sure he's gonna make it. Here we go. He's about to drop that level 3. So Kingpin's absolutely shredding this Kang so far. Kingpin's still at 70%, Kang's at 36, 32. That is a chunky level 2, level 3 as well. There's 60k damage there. Not bad at all. Now he needs to bait out level 1. Sorry, level 2, my bad. Very good away there. And now he needs to get to level 1 himself. Which, you know, perfectly doable by benefiting from that special one that Kang throws. And soon we're going to see the most interesting bit. Because we all know that how big of a pain is that final phase. Well, it can be. You might end up using a needless revive for it. You probably will want to heal up for it. And it's just quite annoying to begin with. But he's going to be trying from this point forward to keep himself. Look, we can see that Kang's at 2% here now. We can see that Kang's at 2% here. His final phase is about to activate. But he gets KO'd anyways. Why? It's because of the ability accuracy reduction that Kingpin has on the degen. So he kind of bypassed that final phase. He didn't have to get to level 3 in order to be able to KO. So it's kind of cool. Did like it, I enjoyed it, and I like the fact that he didn't have to mess with that level 3 in the end. So that is SIG 200 rank 4 Kingpin. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and if you did, well, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the good buttons, and maybe we're gonna get some more footage. See ya.
Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about